Ryan Bridge had a day off from Big Herald News, and for some reason Lex Luthor took over. Um, no, that's not his name.
Oh,
No.
I'm just saying Ryan Bridges has fantastic hair, and so they don't want anybody to compete with him, so he brought in someone with no hair at all.
The shiniest head.
I'm sure this person has a name from here on in. The Herald and their new interviewer, the albino, is here to talk to Chris Hipkins.
Talked to Chris Hipkins this morning. A couple of questions I just want to focus on. The first one is, he asked basically, is like we're coming into an election, is this your team? Have you got your A team together now, i.e. whoever your shadow front bench would be, will they be your front bench? And it was good to hear Chippy, it's a quick clip, it's only 55 seconds, basically say, yep, we've got the team to do this.
I suppose. I mean, this is a time where if you're getting a lift in the polls, people start to look at you more seriously as a government. Are you looking at your own bench and saying, these are the people that are going to be right with me in cabinet, or are you having some second thoughts?
No, absolutely. We've got an amazing...
What did he expect? Chewie to go, nah, fuck him. I'm going to find better
Yeah,
ones.
I'm going to shit can a lot.
Yeah. What do you want him to say?
Labor team, and we've been focused on getting our team into fighting fit shape, both for the general election and also to govern the country after the election, should New Zealanders place their faith in us to govern the country.
Yeah.
I've been really clear with our team that I want people arriving in office the day after the election with a clear plan of what they want to do, having done their homework very thoroughly, gone out and spoken to all of the stakeholders in different areas to make sure that the promises we make the electorate are promises that we know that we can deliver on. I think New Zealanders have given us very clear feedback, both at the last election and actually since then, when it comes to the actions of this government. They don't want any more big promises that politicians make and then don't deliver on.
Yeah, I mean, good words. You know, like probably Labour's getting a bunch of stick at the moment for not having policy out yet. It's like, dudes, policy will be the start of next year, end of this year, start of next year.
I'm all good for that because at the moment, Nationals and ACT and New Zealand First are acting like a washing machine with half a brick in it. They are wrecking themselves.
Yeah.
They want to attack Labour on shit that they haven't announced yet. It's spectacular.
Yeah.
So I think from a political play, what Labour's doing here is really, really good.
100%. The one thing that was maybe not so good over the last week, and look, I'll be fair, I was pretty firm on Willow Jean Prime last night, but it was an L. There's no questions it wasn't an L. That we went pretty hard at Luxon for not wanting to be bipartisan, and then finding out that at least one of the members of Christopher Luxon's caucus had the opportunity to do something bipartisan. We don't know what that would have looked like, and fell short. And unfortunately, if nothing else, it gives National some fodder to go, well, we asked. They didn't want to come and play games. So they're talking a bit about Willow Jean Prime here. And, Chippy is both gracious and acknowledging that it was an error, which is probably about the right tone.
So what was your feedback to Willow Jean Prime? Because we had that story recently about how she wasn't sort of paying attention to her emails, wasn't responding, wasn't taking up the opportunity to have meetings and understand NCEA better. So does that have any repercussions for her?
Well, to be fair to Willow Jean Prime, the invitation from Erica Stanford came right at the time she got the education job. I know, having held that portfolio, that there would have been a lot of people messaging her at that time saying, hey, come and meet with us.
And what, the minister isn't the first person you want to listen to and go, actually, I will sit down and have a listen and see what you've got to say? Surely they're going to have the most impact on the policy, and rather than, a list of others, you want to hear what they've got to say, surely?
Well, one of the key bits of feedback that Willow Jean got right at the beginning was that the Minister of Education, when it came to the review of the NCEA, wasn't going out there and speaking to them and listening to them. And so Willow Jean made the decision that she was going to do that before meeting with the Minister. Now, she made a mistake in not replying to Erica Stanford and saying, I'm going to come and meet with you, but I'm going to meet with the representatives of the sector so that I can get my head around these issues better first. And she should have done that. But overall, in the grand scheme of things, I think what's important is that we do try and get some bipartisan agreement on issues around our national qualification system. As Minister of Education, I worked really hard to try and do that. I made sure that Nikki Kay, who was then the National Party's education spokesperson, wasn't just meeting with me, but but was meeting with the review group, was meeting with all of the stakeholders in the sector, was meeting with the Ministry of Education so that we could get something that was not going to chop and change when there's a change of government. And I think we owe it to our kids to try and achieve that.
We do. I guess it starts with sort of having the sit-down meeting with the person at the top, though. Look,
So I felt like the right tone. He kind of went, it was missed. Willow Jean had only just got into the position and she had lots going on. It was a mistake. And we move on. It feels like the right tone.
That's a solid answer. And,
and
I'd put in another wee question there. So this is a person new to Labour's education portfolio. Did Erica know that?
Don't know.
Yeah, so maybe that's a question. Did Erica know that this was probably not a great time to extend an invitation to collaborate? If it was meant genuinely, you've got two results there. Someone that's coming in having not had any time to talk to people involved in that portfolio and get a sense from, I hate this term, but stakeholders. Or the other thing is you get no answer and it blows up into a little mini political scandal where we hold Labour to a much higher standard than any other party on the right has held to.
Yeah.
You know, I think the answer to this question of whether this is bipartisan or not is like, where have we had any example that this government is serious about bipartisan negotiation? Because we haven't seen it anywhere else. So our new education spokesperson didn't know whether to treat this with the respect that other spokespeople have got from National.
Johnny makes a very good point. Says National didn't have their policies out before the debates last time, right? What the fuck?
Yes.
So,
yes.
Very good. Very fair point.
So yes, Labour should not announce their policies because National want them to. That's just not good tactics. I know we want to know what it is. But I think more
they can give it to us secret.
That
give it to us
they
secret
know what it is. As long as they've got their shit squared away, they can say it whenever they want.